It was 4 years ago that I earned my spot on Team USA. Today, we're going to watch the fight that got me on the team. I'm going to critique and analyze it, as well as give you guys some backstory of my training and mindset at the time. Let's go. What's going on? Stacia the Natural here, and today let's get right into the video. You heard it here first. I'm going to be watching the video on my laptop, and you guys are going to be watching on the screen, so let's get right into it. So here it is, USA Boxing Nationals Finals, December 10th, 2016, Stacia settles versus Amelia Moore. Here we go. Okay, so this fight right here was my second national tournament. I was fighting Amelia Moore. At the time, I didn't know of Amelia's accolades or experience or anything. I didn't know of any of my competitors' experience. I just kind of went into it wanting to win this tournament. I had competed in a national tournament prior. It was the National Golden Gloves. I made it to the finals, but I didn't win. So that's why I wanted to win. So here we are. It is 4 2-minute rounds. This is before they changed the rules to 3 3-minute rounds for women. And the game plan from jump is to literally just hit and move. Hit and not get hit. So the plan was to just circle around the ring as much as I can, and whenever she comes in, I attack, and to be first. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm using my jab pretty well. I'm circling to my left a lot. There we go. So I circled to the right and to the left, but mostly to the left. Yeah, so also at this time, I went to this tournament with Team Metro, New York's team. And yeah, literally the plan was to just be active, but also move. Ooh, I knocked her head back with that jab. That was a good jab. I like that my hands are up high, like coming back to my face for the most part. Good. So I wish right there I'd come back a little bit more. I think that I was even waiting a little bit too much, but again, the game plan was to hit and not get hit. Ooh, that was a good combination. I hit her with a 1-2. Lean back, and then I hit her with a hook. So last couple of seconds, I'm just going after her. I was just going forward. So that was a pretty good round. I honestly think that I think I won that round. I think what I could have done better was a little bit less movement, a little bit more calculated movement, as opposed to hitting and just moving and hitting and moving. I wish that I had maybe hit and move and then come right back, because there was plenty of opportunities where I could have come right back and I was on my toes or just moving around. It could have been a little bit more calculated. But first round, I think I did pretty good. Like I said, the game plan was just to hit and not get hit. In my corner, I have my dad. He's the one that's giving me water right now. And then I have Mr. Dixon, Crystal Dixon's dad. And yeah, I 100% trusted my corner here. Whatever they were screaming at me to do, I did it. And it felt really good. All right, round 2. Okay, the game plan was the same. They didn't really tell me to switch up anything. I don't remember if they did. I think the game plan was literally just same thing as the first round. Hit and don't get hit. There we go. That was good. 1, 2, 3. My hook is just a little too long. I never really caught her with the hook when I would do the 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So at this time also, my actual coach, Lupin Guzman, was not with me at this fight. He never really traveled with me. He would come to the local tournaments and the local fights, but He never came with me to the national tournaments. But yeah, he had me in really good shape, I must say. So it worked in my favor that Amelia was not that aggressive. So I was able to kind of just, I don't want to say coast, but it was a little bit easier for me to not have to pick up the pressure because, as you can see, I was able to kind of just hit and not get hit. Obviously, there were times where I did get hit, like there, but there, as you can see, the pressure was not very high. At least in the second round, it isn't. Ooh, do you see that slip? That was a good slip, and then I went to the body. Ooh, that hook. Oh, that uppercut. Oh my god, bruh. I won that second round for sure. Um, and if in my opinion, if this, I think the second round was like a little bit close, and then I might have won it in that last couple seconds. All right, so round three is about to happen right now. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more of the backstory of my training and everything getting to this point. So prior to this, I was training for about 2.5 years and competing for about a year and a half. Ooh, picking it up, picking it up. I circled out of that. See, but when I circled out, I should have immediately stepped up, picked it up, and went forward, as opposed to going back to the circle. Ooh, I was catching her with the 1-6, one uppercut. That was a good two by Amelia to me. Ooh, I caught her with a good two there too. Ooh, she caught me with a good two. Damn. This is honestly a really good fight. Anyways, so yeah, I was, at the time, I was working, going to school. I was training at the time of boxing and everything, right? When I had started. And then when I decided that I wanted to compete in this tournament, which was like August or September of 2016, I was like, I literally sacrificed so much. I ended up I stopped going to like college classes because I was like, I just want to focus on boxing and putting everything that I can into this. I ended up getting fired from my retail job like a week before going out to this tournament. And I had no idea what this tournament was going to lead to. But I'm glad that it ended up being the journey that it was. But yeah, I sacrificed a lot to make it to this fight right here. And then the rest is history, as you guys know. So my coach is telling me to pick it up here. So I started going forward, but I was also tired. So I started getting sloppy, and that's not good. So I think that that's actually one of my biggest downfalls, is that when I'm tired, I look tired. And that's not good, because you can win an entire round off of points alone. But because your opponent looks less tired than you, they may get the round. I've seen it. Might have even happened to me, but like, I don't know for sure, but I know referees and coaches and coaches that talk about that. You know, if you're tired, don't look tired, because that can skew the judge's view of the round. So here we go. We're going into the fourth and final round. Let's go. So a little bit more of the backstory. I had a lot of support from the boxing community and just people in my community in general to get to this tournament. I did a fundraiser. It was my first fundraiser ever, but I needed the money to try to get to this tournament and do everything that I could, because I wasn't sure if I would be able to afford to do it otherwise. And man, the support was amazing. Ooh, fourth round going strong. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so my corner is telling me to let her come to it instead of jumping in and being so aggressive. So that's when I started getting back on my, ooh, that was a good two. That's when I started getting back on my toes, kind of just moving around. The only thing she can do is come forward. That was a good two. Step back, 2-3. But at the time, it's unfortunate because I couldn't get control of my feet. Like, I had control of them, but I would still be a little bit too sloppy, in my opinion. So I was just tired this round, but I was trying to keep it up, trying to maintain composure. Yeah, I remember being so tired. But I was just working. I'm like, I want to win. I want to win. I knew I wanted to win, but I also didn't want to risk it. I was just trying to, listen to my corner because, like I said, I trusted them. My corner was telling me to stay calm, let her come to the punches, and that's what I was trying to do: hit and not get hit. So here's the last 10 seconds. Let's see what happens here. I'm just going forward now. Push. I'm still tired though. Damn. All right, last round. Oh, that was the last round right there. So, like I said, guys, I made a ton of sacrifices to try to get to this tournament and to make it happen. As you guys see, I made it happen. I sold about like 30, 40 t-shirts to get to this tournament. I remember it was my first fundraiser, my first selling of t-shirts. It was truly amazing to get the support that I did. I even ended up staying at the time, a random stranger's home. They just opened their house to me and my dad, and it was crazy. At the time, they were strangers, kind of. We knew each other from, like, I had a sponsor, and they knew of the sponsor, and they had a business relationship. But at the time, strangers. We didn't know each other. And it's crazy. To this day, we are still in communication. They are like friends, family, for life, for real. All right. So all of that sacrifice that I made, I stopped going to school. I got fired from my retail job. I had no income at the time. I had family support, but also slight negativity as far as, why are you wasting all your time on this thing that is nothing? Like, it's not what you should be doing, kind of thing. All that sacrifice for this moment right here. Let's see who won. My dad's in the corner. He's just like, oh, I'm so nervous.
Your ticket ring number 2. We have results on bout number 8, and your champion by a 4-1 split decision comes out of the blue corner.
Let's go. Man, I remember this moment so distinctly. I was just so happy. I just remember this moment so distinctly. I was so happy. I had made so many sacrifices just to win this tournament. Like I said, I didn't know what the next day was going to be like. I didn't know what this tournament would lead me to experience. All I knew was I wanted to win it. That was my mindset from like August, September of 2016 to the final day of this tournament. My mindset was, I want to make it to the finals and I want to win. It's just a crazy experience to think about or a crazy thing to think about because the level of focus, the level of determination I had to win a tournament was insane. I didn't even know what it was going to lead to. I had no idea what winning that tournament really meant. All I knew was it was a national tournament. I wanted to go to it and I wanted to win. Point blank, period. If I were to do this entire fight over, I think the one thing that I would do differently or attempt to do differently is I would be a little bit, maybe I would push a little bit harder. So instead of hitting and not getting hit, I'd hit, not get hit, and then hit again. And as opposed to circling around the ring as much as I had, I may try to stand my ground a little bit more and be a little bit more calculated with my movement. So instead of wasting movement and energy, I may be a little bit more calculated with it. And last thing I'd probably do is bring my hands up to my face and try to focus on bringing those hands back to my face. Because there are a lot of times when I got hit with punches in this fight where it could have been avoided as if I had just brought my hands right back to my face, and instead of moving right back, I would angle out. If you guys want me to critique any of my other sparring or fights, just go to my YouTube channel, check out the playlist, My Fights, and let me know what video you guys want me to talk more about. I can critique it, analyze it, and also give you guys a little bit more of the backstory behind the fight or tournament. And yeah. All right, like I said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.